kind of get a live stream. All right, so we got a new live stream going here on YouTube. Let's just make sure this is going first real quick. Okay, cool. We're good. All right, I'll update that part later. All right, thank you, Hextoshi. Just want to say thanks, man, for looking out in the chat room. He said, your YouTube shows this video has been removed for violating YouTube's terms of service. So that was a mistake. I had the volume, I'm guessing, just a little bit too loud on the Amazon Alexa over there. So now I'm live again on YouTube. Hope everyone's doing well. Let's just do a quick little preface. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about HEX. HEX is a cryptocurrency built on top of Ethereum. It is a time deposit. And in this video, we're going to go over my laddering, my staking laddering, and we're going to go over the stakes. All right, so without further ado, let me just share the screen. Okay, cool. So I'm in the little side stream right here, and then we got the StreamYard right here. Okay, so we're gonna, whoops, actually. So you want to go to go.hex.win, and when you go to go.hex.win, you will see, this exact website. So let's just do that. So go.hex.win brings you to this website, and then what you want to do is install MetaMask if you don't have it already. If you do, then good, just stick with the program. And then I've got my Trezor Model T, I believe this is. And this is my kind of like my backup, my secondary wallet. So since I just restarted this, I'm going to add my HEX in here again, just so you guys can see what's going on with my staking. Okay, so, and yeah, Hextoshi, thanks for sticking with me, man. Really appreciate that. All right, so go.hex.win. We're at the staking part. Actually, we're at the transform part. Let's go to the staking part. Okay, so here, I've showed this before, but here's where you lock up your HEX cryptocurrency. So I could do 1 HEX for 1 day if I wanted. And right there, it's not invalid. Right there, I can click stake if I wanted to. I'm not going to do that because I've already shown how to stake before. But you could also do 100 HEX for 100 days. See how the actual effective HEX that I would have. The interest that I earned was 5.439 HEX, and the actual effective HEX that you'd have is 105.439. That's not very much. That's not very much interest when it comes to the big payday, comparatively speaking. So we're just going to go. We're going to show you the big payday real quick. I'm just going to click on the calendar just because it's easier for me. And okay. So November 19th, big payday. So you can see it went from 100 days to 127 days. So 27 more days, and I'm now getting a big payday bonus. So this big payday bonus, I mean, you can see 188, that's more than I put into it. And this number can go down a little bit, but the whole point of HEX for what we're doing right now is there's a neighbor drone that's flying here in Seattle, kind of just checking out what he's doing. So guys, the whole point of HEX for what we're doing in this video right now is that, if you're watching this right now and you're not in HEX, then this kind of gives you the opportunity to go look at HEX and see what it's all about. And then if you are in HEX and say you're not staked, you're just liquid, you're just waiting to sell for the next pump, then this is also a video for you as well. Because, I think it's important to have HEX that's liquid in case you need to liquidate for whatever reason, in case like of an emergency. But I also think it's important to have HEX staked. All right. So let me just confirm. I'm getting D Live on my phone, so I can look at the chat while looking at you guys. Just another second here. Okay. Sorry about this, guys. Let me just go into DLive real quick and make sure there's no comments. Okay. Cool. So, hey, Gary, just so you know, Hextoshi, that was from a little while ago. I believe that was that message he sent me a while back ago. Okay, so, and to Gary's point there, yeah, I'm going to start streaming more. I know it's been about maybe 3 weeks since I've made a stream, but I'm going to start streaming more. And you know, I've been on RG3's his stream a few times, and his stream is good. You know, the Discord syndicate, the F and Hangout on Friday night. Been on there a couple of times, but anyways, guys, plan on doing maybe weekly videos and live streams. Kind of like good texture. You know, they're not really announced per se. He kind of just does a little live stream and goes from there. That's kind of my style for right now, because I was kind of delaying on making the live streams because I was trying to think of like content to make. So instead of doing that, let me at least live stream weekly and kind of just shoot the shit with you guys, kind of like a very unprofessional view of or like rendition of like the effing hangout, you know, except it's the effing hangout with your boy BallietBran, and we're chilling, drinking a brewski over here. Okay, so sorry to derail, but that's just gonna happen sometimes on here. So yeah, guys, this is Hex. This is the staking. As we can see, 27 more days, and I get this pretty good bonus here. So Hex is great because you can stake it, and that's the point of it, is that it is a time deposit and certificate of deposit. So down here, you just scroll down, up and down. Yeah, so when you first start out, your screen's gonna look like this. You're gonna make a stake, and then you'll have your first stake, right? So anyways, these are my stakes on this wallet right here, and the way that it's categorized is kind of nice. So we can see we got the principal, we have the start day, and then we also have the end day. So just for making it simple, we're just going to go to the end day, and then when I scroll down, you can see, you know, this was a 555 stake, so we can kind of see what's going on there. Sorry about this. Let me go back into the chat. Okay, no more comments. Okay, so as you can see, I mean, I've got a 555. I've got, you know, this stake that ends in January 2026. You know, 6 years from now, more like 5.5. So, you know, Hex is cool because it is a time deposit and you can't stake it for that long. But sometimes people, like my brothers, they ask, like, man, why are you staking it? You know, like, you should just keep your liquid Hex and you know, kind of just sell when it pumps and whatnot, and kind of like trade it mentality type deal. And I'm not saying that that's what they say all the time, but cool. Like when Moses, thank you, bro. Crypto Kid, thanks, man. You know what? Let me see if anyone's in the shit, dude. Sorry about this, guys. Let me see if anyone's in the. Okay, nobody's on the DLive. Or sorry, nobody's on the StreamYard. If anyone wants to join, this is the actual link right here. So streamyard.com/that. If you go there, I can actually add you as a, you know, co-host if you guys want to join. All right, so we're gonna go back here. So back to my story. So, you know, my brothers say, like, they've seen some of the gains that I've made with Hex, and they say, like, man, you know, why don't you keep some of that in liquidity? Because if you lock it, you know, the price may go down, or what if the project goes to zero? Yeah, that's actually a valid point. You know, it definitely could happen. But personally, I don't think that's going to happen. You know, Richard Hart, I personally see him being in the crypto space. I mean, this is just a projection. You know, I could see him, you know, staying with crypto and continue to kind of promote Hex. And anyways, guys, Hex isn't going anywhere, is what I'm trying to say. I've got a 15-year stake. I think, and I have the audacity to think that it's going to last that long. So that's what I'm doing right there. Shout out to Crypto Kid at crypto with a K, KRYPTO _ kid, KIDD, for retweeting my stream. Thanks, man. Thanks for doing that. Let me go back to Yo, Bran, looking up there, man. Oh, looking good up there. Nice. You know what? Let me, my friend, let me get you to mod status. Set moderator. Cool. So yeah, sometime in the future, guys, I want to have better setup when I am live streaming on a weekly basis. That I can have like a more reliable setup. But anyways, thank you, Crypto Kid. Thanks for following. Thanks for retweeting me on Twitter. Good times. So back to this. So here's the reason why I stake, right? I mean, you can see I've got, some HEX right here. But, 200,000 HEX worth. I don't even know how much that's worth. But anyways, guys, so as I'm kind of doing this, so you can see I have 200,000 HEX worth. The reason I don't want to stake all of it is because, like I said, if you have an emergency and you needed to pull out funds for whatever reason, I think it's important that not all of those funds are locked up, because some people have emergencies sometimes. We're all human. And if you have all your eggs in one basket and things like that, and then you actually need to have money, I'd rather pull from this than a credit card, Okay, so we're going to go down to HEX. And while we're doing this, y'all can see the experience. If you go to nomics.com, that is a website that accurately tracks HEX. All right, so we're going to come down here. Cool. Convert HEX to US dollars. So $729 worth. So you can see that, some of the HEX that I have here, I leave liquid in case I ever need to do what I just talked about. Cool. No more comments. Okay. So guys, when you stake, here's some of the things you get. So you get interest. What is the actual interest? So when if someone hits this button right here, this end stake button, so once you hit it once, it's not going to automatically end stake. You have to click it again. I've never done it before, and I'm not going to do it here, but I just wanted to let you know. This is how you earn some interest. Are you sure you want to emergency end stake? Let's just cancel. But some people that say yes, they end their stake early. This big payday bonus, they're not going to get that big payday bonus when they actually stake, depending on how many days they serve. So the long story short is when you're staking, you can earn interest. So if I just go to what is the highest interest that I've earned just on this side wallet, you can see started on day 163, ending 363 on November 28th, and I've already earned 1,182. Let's see how much that's worth. $4.3. Cool. So $4.3 in interest. So in HEX, like I said, you can get interest there. There's also the big payday. These are the shares. We're not going to go over that. This is the principal. That's the progress, as you guys can see. Okay. So yeah, I've got some of my stakes laddered. You can kind of see I've done a little bit of that today. So down here, I've mentioned, sorry about that. Let me fix this here. This is such a shitty live stream. So down here, I've done the 15-year stake, as you guys can see, and then I've got stakes laddering upwards. So I think that's important because, HEX is cool because it's almost like a passive income. You can pay yourself like weekly if you wanted. You can pay yourself monthly. I mean, you could do it on a daily basis, like what Litecoin Moses is doing. on Discord Syndicate, the F and Hangout. He talked about how he may have done too many stakes. You know, he has some of his stakes ending on a daily basis, which for me, it might be a little bit too frequent. So some of them I have ending on a weekly basis, and then honestly, some of them I haven't even done yet, and I need to develop a better staking strategy. But it's going to involve laddering my stakes and kind of, not just giving myself a lump sum profit. You know, I want to diversify some of that big payday into, days later, maybe a year later from now, can, diversify some of the profits there. Okay, no more comments, no more comments. But, I'm happy that we're back on YouTube. We're back on YouTube, guys. Okay, so what else can I go over? We can go over a couple websites while we're on stream real quick. So this one right here, hex.live. Okay, so the launch phase, the adoption amplifier, is the greatest thing about HEX. If you're hearing about it and you're not in HEX, you need to listen more. You need to get involved in HEX, and you need to get, your stake long enough to get the adoption amplifier. Because tell you what, if you're listening to this now and you're not involved, just thank me later. Just thank me later. So we got 124 more days before this amazing opportunity ends. Let's see here. So this is the adoption amplifier pool. We can see the same stats on the other website, but just since I'm on this website, you can see it launched 226 days ago, and HEX is just quite amazing. So this is a video that I've actually made separately, but you can see that this is the what is it? Okay, yeah. So this is what you get when you go to go.hex.win/stake. If you put in 1 Ethereum, you get 55.4 thousand HEX. But with Uniswap, you can see it's 19% cheaper. With Uniswap, if you go to HEXDEX, hexdex.win, then that website is pretty much a Uniswap smart contract. And as you can see, you can get HEX for a lot cheaper there. So that's usually what I recommend, is the Uniswap route, if you know what you're doing, and if you're getting like a smaller amount of HEX. Like the other day, I bought maybe a couple ETH worth of HEX, and Uniswap was a great resource for doing that. All right. So free claims, 244,000 Bitcoin worth. That's pretty damn good. What else can I show you on this website, guys? Let's just see here. Hextoshi, one ice cream. Crypto Kid, 1 lemon. Thanks, guys. Thank you. In the future videos, try to make them more professional and more, better production value. But in this video, I thought about it like, do I want to set up the mic and whatnot? Nah, dude, we're gonna go with what we have and kind of go raw, all right? But in the future videos, I'll make them more consistently, at least on a weekly basis. I will do live streams, and I'll try to be more active on the Hex chat for when I am doing a live stream, so I can get you guys, to view and to tune in if you guys want. So actually, let me do one last thing. Let's go to StreamYard. Okay, no one's joined yet. I don't blame anybody, because this is kind of just mumbo jumbo. But if anyone does want to join, we can make it more of a conversation instead of me just talking to the computer. Okay. Alrighty. So hex.live. Okay, you know what? Here's what I'm actually going to do. We're going to go to profile. So this is actually really cool, guys. So I think I showed you this once before, but on hex.live, you can connect your MetaMask, which is what we're going to do right now. we're going to try at least. Just a second, guys. We're going to try and get this going. Dude, fucking connect, man. Okay, I'm not sure why this is not connected. Oh, because I'm on Brave, that's why. Sorry about that, guys. Got a couple different, browsers going. All right, so I think it's going to work a little bit better. Okay, it works a lot better on Chrome. So I like Brave as a software. I like it as a search engine, not even search engine, but compared to Google and whatnot, I like Brave as a browser, I should say. But man, sometimes it's not fully supportive with, as we can see right here, this website or even MetaMask. Sometimes when you try and stake your hex and whatnot, a lot of people have had problems when going on to Brave. So just keep that in mind, because I've been using Brave since, I don't know, early 2017. So a little bit more than 3 years, and it's cool. It's fast. It doesn't really play many ads, but man, sometimes it just doesn't do everything that Chrome does, as we can see here. So Hex.live, you can connect your MetaMask wallet to the actual the surface right here. So let's just look at some stats. So that's the dollar amount that is locked right now, 918.2 thousand hex. Active stakes 45. I'm curious actually what my main wallet says. Average duration 0.9 years. So here's the thing is, I've actually been trying to make it a goal to have the average duration be a little bit higher, because it's not smart in my opinion. After I've reevaluated everything, I don't think it's super smart to be over leveraged or overvalued for the big payday. It's smarter to just spread it out on, say, like a weekly basis within 5 or 10 years than it is to just pay yourself one big lump sum. So I'm gonna try and get this number up. That's just a goal that I have for myself. And this is actually kind of cool too. So it tells you what kind of league you're in on the Swift Squid. Let me just look at the chat. Let's see if nothing going on in the chat. So that's the shares. That's the percentage of the total, which is really cool. And then this kind of goes over the timeline. Yeah, so these are my stakes. As you can see, actually, sorry guys, I'm kind of learning as you guys are learning. I guess these are my stakes, but anyways, yeah, you can connect this to the actual surface, and it's got a lot of cool data that we've gone over. Let's go to feed, because why not? This guy, it looks like he's dabbling. So 2 million hex staked for 4 days. So 2 million hex, that's $7,144.76. Staked it for 4 days. Okay, sorry about this. Okay, so 200,000, sorry, 2 million for 4 days. So he got, 5,963 hex for 4 days. So he got, 20, I know this is kind of slow compared to Hexologist, but he got $21.72 in interest off a $7,100 stake that he put in. That's kind of cool. That's cool that you can get those kinds of returns in Hex. Okay, so just want to say shout out to CryptoKid and Hextoshi for joining the chat. All right. Now let's see while I'm on here if I can actually add to the chest. If I even have the chest, let's just see if that works here. I don't see it letting me, I mean, you guys are looking at my screen. I don't see it showing the chest even, which is kind of unique. I was going to say, can you donate to yourself? Like, let's try this out. Cannot donate to yourself. That's probably a good thing. There'd probably be some money laundering going on there. Okay. Yes, I don't see the actual treasure chest in here. So guys, another website, you know, Hexologist has gone over this. If you don't know who Hexologist is, you need to know. His referral is HEX, HEX .doctor, DOCTOR, and he does a daily live stream that's a lot more professional than this. Got some nice dancing music of Richard Hart, the creator. Got him dancing around and some synth music and electronic music, and it's a good vibe for the crypto community. So yeah, this is another website that Hexologist goes over every single day, but it's hex.vision. I think this is the one that Steph created. There's Steph and then there's Firebun. They both created. I think this was Steph, hex.vision, and then the hex.live, this one right here. I'm pretty sure that was Firebun. So good on you guys in the crypto community for doing that. Fleazer just donated 1 lemon. Thanks. Thank you very much. Let's let's just have a whole bunch of people be moderators, and that way you can't ban each other, right? Well, I guess you could, but if everyone's a mod, then never mind. Let's just Fleazer, you're going to be a moderator. We're just going to see who you are, how you are. I know Hextoshi, CryptoKid. I know he's following me, so Fleazer, why not? Let's make you a mod. Thank you for the lemon. Thank you for donating, my friend. As you can see, I got a janky setup. This is, you know, at my girlfriend's apartment in Seattle. Very nice apartment here, but we got the Mac, whereas my house, I've got a PC, so the setup is totally different. And anyways, I'm still getting used to this Mac over here, so bear with me as we kind of get the future live streams going and whatnot. But just want to say thanks to let's see how many people going. Thanks to the people that are watching. Appreciate all you guys doing. The 4 people and the 9 lemons, really appreciate that. Yeah, I know I haven't posted in like 3 weeks, and even okay, sorry about this. Okay. I don't want to go over to the D Live and then have it start giving you guys like motion sickness. So, but yeah, appreciate everyone watching right now, and we shall continue. So yeah, Hex.vision, and Richard's gone over this. Everyone's gone over this a million times, but if you happen to catch this stream and you don't know who Hex.doctor is, Hexologist, you need to know. He goes live on D Live every single day. And anyways, tune in to him. So I mean, this is actually kind of cool. 156,399 open stakes. That's a decent amount of wallet addresses. And guys, as we can see, I was telling my brother about this the other day. So actually, we were talking about it today. So this is the big payday. You can see the little star right here, and big payday. So I'm no fortune teller. I don't know what the future is going to be like, but you know, a lot of people and my brother were saying like, oh man, it's just gonna, you know, dump a whole bunch on big payday, and you know, what incentivizes people from locking it up if they're just gonna dump it on big payday? You know, I don't want to get dumped on again like he did in 2017, and like many people, myself included, did too. But you know, that's why I keep some that's open in liquidity. If I want to take some profits, I can. And then that's why I also lock it up, is because I know that, if we have a 15-year time horizon in a cycle that, right now I can stake for 15 years, then this, all of this inflation that's going on for big payday, and you can see the rest of the inflation is going to kind of go out maybe in a year or two after big payday. Some of the stakes are going to start ending. The reason that I'm not worried about the price long term is because this big payday, 6.74 billion hex or stakes expiring. Anyways, all of that liquidity, it's just going to be a blip on the radar in the future. We're 6+ months into HEX being launched, and if you look at the chart, my brother, he was saying like, man, it was at 67 or 68, and he's like, right now it's at 50 whatever, 53, and he's like, man, that's such a big dump. How do I know it's not going to go down even lower? And it's like, man, once you've been in crypto for so long, you kind of just realize like, yeah, sure, things go up and down. You have market cycles, but with this is 6 months old, and it's already had multiple ups and downs. But the long-term trajectory that we can see 6 months into it is that it's, sure, it may go up and down, but that's the short term. In the long term, HEX is going, it's going up. And you can kind of see, I don't know if I can get you guys a good visual, but you can kind of see that on this website. There's different visuals that you can do that I'm probably not going to be able to get to, but there's a whole bunch of charts that you can do that kind of show. Cool. So no more in the DLive on StreamYard. if anyone wants to join private chat, let's see. Oh shit. Where are you live streaming? Where are you live streaming, Bran? Do you live? Tom Fong. Yo, thanks for popping in on the comments, man. Good to see you. Good to see you. Cool. You know what? While I'm here, yeah. So Hextoshi's good. I was going to show Hexologist, but anyways, yeah. dlive.tv/Hexologist. That'll kind of show you his channel. I don't want to click off from here and then accidentally end my live stream. So hope everyone's doing good. Here's another good resource for anyone that's new, and hex.wiki, as you can see on the screen. Why HEX, MetaMask, gas fees, the whole nine. Acquiring HEX, adoption amplifier. So when you're kind of explaining HEX to people, and when I explain it to people, I don't even tell them as much as the adoption amplifier if I'm just telling them about it, because some of these concepts like shares or the adoption amplifier to people that aren't into HEX yet, or even into crypto, you throw that into the actual conversation and their thinking, and it might just throw in way too many wrenches in the loop, and it might fuck them up. Okay, so no more comments. And yeah, guys, in the future I'll get it more streamlined where I can read everything on my phone, and now I'm just pulling in RT3 where I'm saying that I'm not as good as Hexologist. But so adoption amplifier, great. Uniswap, great. Hex.wiki, you can see everything, these little sidebars here. It goes over everything. I mean, it even goes over other websites. Hexologist right here. So hexinfo.io, hex.vision, uniswap.hex.vision, and hex.live. We're going to go over to Hexologist real quick. If you're not tuning in to my man, Hexologist, you need to be. This right here, this is going to be a very sad moment. because I'm pretty sure this is his banned YouTube channel. So guys, as a member of the Hex community, we need to get whoever has the hex.wiki domain, and we need to get him to update this. So he has the expired Hexologist YouTube channel. Let me show you the new one. So his new channel is Hexologist Clips. I thought I was already subscribed. Okay, guess not, guess not. So let's ring-a-ding-ling, that bell. Hexologist Clips. As you can see, his amazing thumbnails. I'm always a fan of Hexologist, man. He not only seemed like a really cool person from everything that I've seen, but he does really good thumbnails. Okay, so back to this. So Hexologist, we'll get your stuff updated here, man, because he's on DLive, he's on YouTube, he is on Telegram, Twitch. So yeah, Hex.wiki, guys. Longer pays better, unofficial Hex.wiki. Another thing we can go over, and let me do this in Chrome just because it's going to run a little bit better. So it's another Hex.win. So when I tell my brother, 15 years is how long I have some of my stakes for, especially on my main wallet. If Richard dies, as he's mentioned, I pray that never happened anytime soon, at least. But if he ever passes away, suddenly, or sickness that he's mentioned, that could just happen randomly, we have another Hex.win. And there's even, I think, a couple other ones that you can run the actual Hex smart contract from. So let's show you guys this real quick here. Uniswap Kings, this is kind of cool. So it shows you the little pie chart. So the actual Uniswap, adoption amplifier. Okay. So you can actually connect the wallet, and you can actually run the stake from this website. Okay, so it's actually, I know Hexologist, when he was mentioning this the other day, he was saying some of you guys might not like it because it's, I don't know, less modern and whatnot and black and white, but dude, this works just fine for me. I mean, it's got all the information that I need. People that are into Hex are kind of fine with this, So maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do that one of these days, guys. I'll show you how to, because I've never done it before either. Show you how to Hex on this. How to stake your Hex on this. I've never submitted a stake on this website, but I think it's kind of important to do that now, just to show you guys, because I've never done it. How the hell do I know that this website that I'm recommending might not even work? So let's find out. I'm not sure why, but sometimes you got to enter your password twice. God damn it. All right, let's Trezor Model T. If you guys have never used this, neither have I, and it's kind of unique. I'm not used to it as much. It's got like a little screen, as you can see, that you got to press the buttons with, or press the screen with. And with my regular Trezor, like the original, I guess. It just had buttons, like 2 buttons right here on the side that you just confirm transactions with. A lot easier with the buttons, not the screen, all right? So confirm transaction, stake completed. Oops. All right, I just want to confirm that it got done here. Let's actually do it on this. Let's see if this works. For whatever reason, I don't think it's actually aggregating the actual stake. Maybe because right now it's in pending. I think that's what was going on, is that it wasn't actually loading it. So I just want to see. Perfect. So we can at least see that right now it's pending. Day 133 is when we'll end. Day 3 will end on day 360. 18,951 hex for big payday. So that number can go down depending on how many people actually get into it, but pretty much you're going to get a lot more than what you put in if you got into the big payday. All right, so that's pretty much the end of the video. I know kind of had some stream issues in the beginning, and anyways, this is just a short-term video, but hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone has a wonderful night. Have a safe night, and I'll see you on the next live stream. Yeah. Congratulations to Fleazer. You're now a new viewer, and you're a moderator. Hextoshi, good to see you, my friend. I'm happy that I made you a mod last time. Thank you for the ice cream. Crypto Kid, One Lemon, thank you very much. He actually followed me on Twitter. So let's do that one last time. So where can you guys find Mr. Brandon Balliet? Or is the name Brian Jones? You may never know. I'm just kidding, guys. So this is my my channel that I made in 2017 when I didn't want anybody to know who I was. Wanted to create an anonymous account, which I've now made public. So if you go to twitter.com/this SIXIN Brian 6-inch Brian, then that will show you my my Twitter that I pretty much do everything from. But you can also go to my BallietBran, which is also my channel that I've had, my Twitter channel that I've had since like 2009. But not as many people follow me on here, and not as many people. I don't know. I guess I'm kind of just in the habit of my my Brian Jones, but I'm trying to get back into posting here more frequently and getting some followers on here too. So twitter.com/BallietBran or twitter.com, yeah, see, BallietBran, or SIXINBRIAN. Also, good texture. If you're not following this guy, you need to be. He's got some good content. This is Hexologist. We're going to just go to my boy, Hexologist31. Thank you very much for everything that you do. Nobody in the chat this time. Keep up the good work, Fleazer. Thanks, dude. Yeah, this is kind of just off the cuff, as you guys can see. Was definitely debating on doing a stream tonight or not, since I don't even have much stuff prepared. But then, you know what I thought? Like, hey, my content sometimes is kind of like good texture, where like sometimes you just go off on some random subject or rant or like tirade almost, and I got a lot of knowledge aside from just Hex cryptocurrency, that when I'm conversating with people, it kind of comes out, and we can usually have good conversations. So happy that I did do this stream tonight. Thank you for the lemons, guys. The lemons, I really appreciate that. We got 4 people watching right now, and as you can see, that's just the lemon balance that I have currently, but you know, support other people that are in the Hex community as well. As I've shown you, Hexologist, this guy is great, and we're just going to open this in a new tab actually. But Hexologist, guys, he's great. Not only does he have a really good, like, bright personality, which is just awesome, especially for everything that he's been through, especially like an Iraq war veteran. I just really appreciate his personality and just everything that he brings to the table when it comes to Hex and being a member of the community. He definitely is a bright individual. So follow this guy, Hexologist, and he does a stream every single day. You can see that I've donated some lemons to my boy Hexologist here. You know, I really like his show, and you know, I think that in the Hex community that, or just any community in general, that like independent community, that you support them. You know, whether it's through, you're already kind of supporting them with your view, but if you also support them with a shekel, you know, like a lemon or a ice cream, whatever it is, you know, it's kind of like a gesture, you know, like say like a homeless guy, like, hey man, you know, say, this is kind of like a bad example, but say if you just like, actually it's not that bad of an example, like if you give him like $1, like, hey man, you know, I don't got a whole lot, but here's $1, you know, you don't have to give someone a lamb, you know, Ninjagini, as you can see here. You know, a Ninjagini, which is 1,000 lemons. You don't have to do the Genie or the Diamond or the Jet, you know. Usually, like the lemon and the ice cream, they're, you know, they usually suffice enough to kind of let the person know, like, that you're there, that you're not only watching in the chat room, but that you're also donating a little bit. And anyways, it goes a long ways. So I'm about to end the stream, but we're kind of just going over some last minute things. So this guy on Hexologist chat, eco build, we're crazy, but with a purpose. Couldn't agree more. We're all in the Hex community. That's cool that Annette actually, she's a moderator. Congrats on that. But I mean, we're all in the Hex community. We all share that in common. And you know, a lot of us, Good Texture, Richard Hart, Hexologist even, RG3, you know, all of us in the Hex community have something that we can bring that's of value and that's of benefit to the other Hexicans. And I just think that it's important for us to do that. Okay. Fleaser, make it fun. Thank you. I'll definitely consider that, and I'll try and make it fun, you know, try and make it more interactive and make it a better experience with the, you know, the schedule. What do I want to do in that stream? Hextoshi, do you have your stakes in a spreadsheet? No, to answer your question. There's a lot of things that I should that I don't have. And not out of me not wanting to do it, but sometimes it's just, I don't know, it just wasn't a priority. But you ask, do I have the stakes in the spreadsheet? No, but this is kind of my spreadsheet, so it's not an Excel spreadsheet where you can do formulas and whatnot, but I think it would be kind of hard to do a calculator that had that automatically. So that's what this is, you know, for Hextoshi. This is kind of my spreadsheet, and as you can see, 45 stakes. I mean, that's a lot of stakes. And then the other thing is, yeah, we started with the wallet, we'll end with the wallet. The other thing is like the big payday, you know, 1.931. That's a lot. I mean, relatively speaking on this, you know, for the days that I got in on this wallet, that's a decent amount of Hex, and especially on the other wallet where I've had, you know, stakes in since day one. But it's cool. This opportunity, it's gonna happen, which is right now, and then it's gonna pass by. And I think a lot of us, we're gonna be, you know, even someone like myself that for this video, the quality is kind of here and there. I think a lot of us are going to be looking back and being like, man, big payday. You know, big payday is great, and I'm happy that I got into that. And you know, there's going to be people. This is just me thinking in the future, but you know, there's going to be people in the future that are like, "What's big payday? What's this BPD?" You know, like they're going to think of some acronym for like what BPD means, and we're all going to know, oh man, that's big payday. Like you should have got in. You should have got in, man. Um, I have an example I will share with you. Thank you. Thank you very much, Hextoshi. Also, he created a. I don't know if you want me to share this or not, but I'm gonna. He created a. Oh shit. Okay, we'll jump on. All right. Well, I was gonna say he created a chat. If you're a hexologist, or sorry, if you're a lady in the hex community, we've got kind of like many chats that you can join and kind of spread the awareness with your other girlfriends and whatnot about hex. All right, let me show you. Let me get you on in here. Let's do this. Oops. So guys, we might have Hextoshi join us and show us a little thing or two about spreadsheets, or at least about having his hex in a spreadsheet. Now we're just going to go back to the chat. So he's the top contributor right now. Thank you. Thank you very much for the ice cream. Guess I should come back here and just see. Oh shit. Okay. All right, my friend Hextoshi, how you doing, my friend?
He's the top contributor right now. Thank you. Thank you very much.
There might be a little bit of echo. I think there might be a little bit of echo on your side. Or can you hear me okay? Can you hear me okay, Hextoshi?
Hey man, can you hear me?
Yeah. What's up, Hextoshi? How's it going, my friend? How you doing today?
Can you hear me, buddy?
Yeah. I can hear you okay. Can you hear me okay? Hopefully you can hear me.
Yeah.
Okay.
My
cool.
internet. I'm out of town at a hotel. My internet's kind of messed up.
Oh, nice, man. No, I totally know how that goes. So you said you were going to show me, or you were thinking of showing me some, like your hex in the spreadsheet, maybe?
Yeah. Well,
Maybe
it's not mine. It's a copy that I made.
Okay, sure.
I'm gonna put it in the private chat.
Okay, cool, man. Thank you.
It's a Google Doc.
Okay.
It's a Google Doc, but it's it's the same as basically Excel.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty
nice.
cool. You can use that little wallet that you're using as an example and plug it in. See if you can screen share when you get.
Yeah. Let me go back. Yeah, good point. Yeah, so you can kind of walk us through. Okay. All right, guys. So we're back at the share screen. So I'll put this link in the description if you guys want, but we can do this later. This is the link to what Hextoshi is going to go over right now. All right, my friend. Yeah, if you kind of just want to kind of go over what we're looking at here.
I can't see it. I want to look at the copy that I have here.
Okay.
Well, I mean, can you make it bigger? No, you can't.
Yeah, I don't think so.
It's big. It's just a screen.
How do you use this? What are you using this for per se?
Okay, so let me get over here to DLive.
Okay.
Where I can see it bigger. Okay, yeah, wow. Well, I mean, basically it looks a whole lot just like the Hex back office, right? Start day, end day,
Sure.
end day. and then the shares, the principal, what big payday, which it fluctuates, right?
Yeah.
What big payday said, at the time of a stake, and
Sure.
then the calculated interest, and then the total. And I shared this with Kinetics, and that very first one I didn't have calculated right.
Sure. Okay.
But it is now. I fixed this copy of an example that I made.
Okay. Sure.
But so if you look at total estimated by the month, I mean, I just put a bunch of different ones in there.
Sure. You said this was a copy from somewhere else, or did you make this yourself, or a copy
Yeah,
from?
no, I made it.
Oh, okay, cool. Nice, man. And do you kind of just use this for, I guess, like recording like your gains and losses, or what specifically, just to kind of see like your entry price, or I'm curious what kind of metrics that.
Yeah, so like if you look at column J to the right,
Okay. Uh-huh.
that cost, you can just go in there and go ahead and do it. Go ahead and click in there, and you can change that 03 whatever.
Well, that part I don't think I can do right now. I think it's just in view only.
Oh, you're only view. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think I got to request it for which I can do now.
Well, maybe you did.
The request has been sent, but you can change the U.S. dollar amount and see how much you actually put into it and
Right. Yeah.
calculate the gains from that.
Well, you know what? I can change it because it's live.
Exactly.
Right.
Perfect.
What's it going to be after big payday, Brand? Let's say 5 cents.
Yeah. Perfect. Yep. Exactly. That sounds good.
Did it change?
Not yet.
Whoa. It's really slow on the stream.
But okay. Where are you streaming from, if you don't mind me asking, or is that kind of too?
No, it's fine. I'm actually in Arkansas.
Oh, nice, man. Cool. That's cool, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I'm from Texas, so I get to travel up to Arkansas and Mississippi.
That's cool, man. Yeah, I thought I noticed a little bit of accent. Yeah, that's I didn't know you were state bound, because I'm in Seattle, Washington, but that's cool, man. I've actually never been to Texas or Arkansas, so definitely want to travel around the state more,
Yeah, it's beautiful scenery.
Yeah.
So let's see if that changed. Did that change, Brand?
Right now it's just showing 0 cents and $0. It's just 0.
Oh, is it? Well, crap. I'll have to figure out how to give you access to edit it.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, we'll definitely we'll get that figured out. But that's cool. So you can put in and it automatically calculates if you put in the. Is that what this does? Does it automatically calculate everything?
Yeah, I mean you can basically just take this whole thing and switch out your numbers.
Okay.
And it'll automatically calculate.
Perfect, man. I'm definitely gonna try that because. Yeah, I've got 3 older brothers and I'm the youngest out of having 3 older brothers, and I'll tell my older brother about this, and he's definitely like the analytic guy, and he's always like, man, how much did you initially put in? And because I'll tell him about approximately what some of the gains are worth, and anyways, this is definitely going to help me significantly as far as recording and having a track record for how much was actually invested.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty cool because I mean if you think about it, all of us old school Hexicans have I mean, you want to kind of come up with a dollar figure of what you want to have every month, right?
Sure.
And obviously, it's speculation on what the price will be. But
Right.
It's fun to kind of figure it out and see what it could be.
Right. No, I mean, yeah, I completely agree. I mean, I guess we'll see how much other people contributing to the adoption amplifier and staking and whatnot. I guess we'll see how much that affects, the big payday and whatnot as far as the final stake. But um, you know, I'm confident either way that I like what the project's doing and what it continues to do every single day. I mean, I know we had the hex like tornado, like the anonymous, the
Oh yeah,
anonymity for hex. I mean, I know that came out recently, and it says that it's audited. But my point is this: is we already have that feature, even though it has a high transaction fee, like Hexologist was saying, or maybe it was RG3 that was saying is like $10 or $13. Like even though right now the fees are high, I think in the future, with where Hex is being developed and with what's going on with it, I think things like that will go down in cost maybe.
yeah, yeah.
So
It's pretty interesting. I was amazed at how high the fee was. That was
it's
kind of ridiculous, really. Did you watch the
seriously.
Crypto Coffee did one? He did an example, and it was like $9.
Yeah, and I think he just put in like 10,000, and it's like man, like
Yeah,
same thing for what RG3 said. It's like man, I'm not gonna pay a $9 fee just to see if it works.
yeah,
Like maybe maybe in the future if that's necessary and whatnot. But nonetheless, it's cool that developers were working on that
yeah. It
to make
is.
it possible.
Yeah, it's amazing how much you know everybody in X is just contributing. It's just so cool.
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, I was kind of going over a little bit earlier, just my my Twitter channels actually, and yeah, when I first got into crypto, I didn't want to have like my name out there per se because of targets and attacks and whatnot and robbing and stuff like that. But yeah, Hex is definitely the first cryptocurrency that kind of urged me, or that I urged myself enough to jump into the community aside from just being behind the keyboard.
Right. Yeah.
So I think
So when
cool.
did you get into crypto?
So um since like early 2017, I mean February, March of 2017 is when I first got into crypto. I was into the Litecoin community pretty heavily, and but yeah, so now that we're in Hex, I've been following Richard Hart ever since I got into crypto for the most part. Maybe a month or two later, I found out about Richard Hart, and he was talking about Bitcoin at the time and how Ethereum was a shitcoin and all that stuff, and how we all know how that turned out. So I kind of been following Richard like the whole time throughout being in the Litecoin community, and that was like my biggest bag at the time and whatnot. And anyways, once Richard kind of started talking about Hex and the development of Hex, and then we saw how long it took. Like, it was always like another 2 weeks or however many weeks, and then it just kept going forever. But anyways, yeah, I've been following Richard for maybe 3.5 years, something like that, and really like what he's doing, what he's done for the community, and it's cool that someone can go from like being behind the computer or the keyboard to being in front of a microphone and camera, and showing an actual face.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, you got in right before everything started happening. What kind of got you into in February of 2017?
So honestly, I don't even know. I think it was something on Reddit, that I kind of read into that was I'd heard about Bitcoin but didn't even know what it was, and then I'd heard about Litecoin, and the thing that I read on Reddit was that the person said like Litecoin was like, silver, like digital silver, if Bitcoin was digital gold. And long story short, I ended up looking into Litecoin that day, and first thing that I saw, as an American, I'm pretty sure was Coinbase. And so I got into that and, bought Litecoin at like $30, 20 something dollars, whatever it was. And then I kind of just dismissed it because I didn't really know what cryptocurrency was at that time. And then maybe like 2 or 3 months later, a coworker had mentioned cryptocurrency to me, and I go back to the Litecoin that I had on the Coinbase, and because I was like, oh yeah, I remember the Litecoin that I bought. And anyways, it was worth a couple times what I had purchased it for. And anyways, that kind of got me down the rabbit hole of what the hell is this thing, man? Like my oldest brother, I've got 3 older brothers that I mentioned earlier, and the oldest one was like, man, why are people buying HEX? Like, what's going to make it go up in value and stuff like this? And I don't know. Like for me, it clicks. For a lot of the people in the community, they understand it after being in crypto for a while, and especially like there's no promises. It does what it's designed to do. It's a smart contract. Like just everything about it. You minting your own coins, things like that, about the cryptocurrency are very, very unique. And I think it's interesting that we have, people like I don't know how long you've been following Richard, but I know I've seen you in the streams and whatnot in the chat rooms for quite a while. Like I know that when we have people on like the wolf, the soy wolf, the RG3 coined that name, when we have people like that have been in the space for only a couple years, and they're always shilling some sort of like trading link, like a Bybit link. It just goes to show that, people like myself or, Richard or, Hexologist, anyone like that's been around for a while. Once you kind of know more information, like, hey, trading is not good, then I think it's important to kind of, talk about that kind of like Richard has, as opposed to shilling a ref link because you made $10 off of someone getting wrecked,
Yeah, no doubt. No, yeah, I've been following Richard probably about as long as you.
Oh, nice, man. Cool.
Bran, yeah, probably 3 years, I'd say.
That's cool. Yeah,
So,
no, he's
but
definitely got a lot of.
yeah, I got it. I mean, I went in December and started buying up throughout December, and then I'm like, all right, I'm done. We'll see where it goes. And then I really forgot about it, man. I actually started buying Tezos and kind of looking at some other coins. And then in April, whenever we started going up, I think it was like the 19th. And that was before we took a really big spike up.
Right, yeah.
And I was like, whoa, this is really something, man. So
that's cool.
So I got back.
That's cool, man. I mean, it's cool that like, you and I both kind of have a similar experience with crypto where, it's kind of like a good experience. Like, you kind of don't really know what you're holding, because some people, man, like this is kind of like the reason that I'm not like an evangelist when it comes to crypto or anything like that. I'm not, telling my brother and everyone like that, is because, so many people in, December 2017 didn't know what crypto was, but they heard about the gains and they would just get into it just because, oh, I heard about, Dogecoin pumping or I heard about this. And anyways, that's one thing that I've tried to learn from the community is like, hey man, like I'll just stick with my own investments, and if someone's interested in it, I can tell them about it. But man, I just saw way too many people, buy, I mean, HEX, you buy it and forget about it, it's probably going to go up. But other things, man, I don't know if you remember much of it, but a lot of the coins in December time and whatnot went from like super high values to the altcoins from like super high values to low values real quick. So
they blew up, man. It was crazy. They talk about you could throw a dart at any crypto in 2017 and make money, and God, it was true.
Right. Well, I mean, even yeah, even recently with this Dogecoin thing, and I don't even know honestly. Like so much stuff happens in crypto anymore that I can't even follow all of it. And anyways, with the Dogecoin pump, like someone told me or I heard about that. Yeah, it happened from like TikTok and whatnot. And anyways, I got a coworker asking me like, "Hey man, how do I buy Dogecoin?" Because he knows that I'm the crypto guy at my work. And anyways, when you have that kind of experience, like I don't know, I kind of just told him about Hex instead, you know, because I don't know, it's not smart just to buy something just because it pumps in price. You know, that's usually when it's going to start declining. Is the second that your friend like that wants to start buying, it's usually probably like a sign that it might be overinflated or the people already made their profit from that little Dogecoin pump. You know.
Yeah. Well, Doge has been one that's, done that off and on over the years, just out of the nowhere, just pump like crazy and then go back
Yeah.
down and kind of level off. It's just,
Yeah, that's
it's so
true.
funny
Yeah,
that it's still around.
no, you're right. Yeah, you're definitely right about that, Hextoshi. I mean, yeah, Dogecoin, yeah, was definitely made as like a joke, and it's funny how, yeah, just how much. I mean, it goes to show you that it was made as a joke, and even the developers, you know, I mean, Dogecoin is already done, but it's just crazy how something like that can gain so much adoption in so much market cap, like in the actual cryptocurrency space and sphere. You know, it goes to show you that like something like Hex that is designed well and is complete and audited and the whole nine yards. It goes to show you that that's got a lot of potential for way more than Doge ever had.
Yeah. Well, and people really don't know. And, when I first started looking at Hex, I was like, okay, so you buy it, you stake it, and you make more Hex. And I mean, essentially that's what it is, but there's also so much more to it,
Right. Yeah.
and people really don't know the whole game theory behind, I mean, when you start looking at it after big payday, there's not going to be these new coins coming in. And
Yeah.
that is just exciting to think about. And then with the, in-stake penalties, there's gonna be like Litecoin. I told him he will
Yeah.
end up in staking. He staked a lot every day for 6 months. But those are going to get early in stake. I mean, and at the time, this is years later or whatever, a year from now,
Yeah.
whatever.
Right. Right.
He's still going to make his principal and probably a little bit more, but he
Mhm.
will early in stake those. And I will. I'm sure you will. We,
Yeah. For
we say
sure.
we're not going to, but as long as you've got money in the bank and you haven't
Yeah.
lost any money in the bank,
Right.
if you want to pull that out, you're going to pull it out.
Yeah. For sure.
And
So
so,
yeah. Yeah.
that's just going to be a never-ending cycle of hex that is just exciting.
Right. Well, that's the cool thing. I mean, I couldn't agree more. That is the cool thing about yeah, about having like 15-year stakes or, laddered stakes, is that yeah, man, you're gaining from those people that are doing the end stake. Yeah, you're benefiting from it. You know that those penalties are going to the people that are staking, and I think that's pretty cool. That to your point, like yeah, we all say that everyone, sometimes like I don't know, people judge you for like having liquid hex or to your point, like people acting like they don't unstake and I've never done it, but I thought about it with a couple stakes on my main wallet that are at 50% maturity, and when you got a decent amount of hex that you put into it, it's like, do I want to end this around or at 50% and diversify it even more? Do I want to take the stake that was going to end in 1 year and push it out to 10 or 15 years and delay that gratification?
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty cool, man. There's a lot to there's just a lot to it.
Pretty much, yeah. It's yeah. I talked to my brother about it, and yeah, same thing. Yeah, like I was saying, the main thing that he has is like, man, why not just buy it and just dump it a whole bunch before a big payday? And I was just telling him like, well, there's probably probably going to be a little bit of a dump and whatnot, but man, to your point, like this is only going to happen once. I mean, this isn't going to happen again. It's the adoption amplifier for a reason. I mean, a lot of the people that got in early are going to, yeah, make a decent profit, but man, it's just exciting that we have that opportunity, and not many people kind of see it for what it is, but it really is like buying Bitcoin at an early time.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and man, I'll tell you, just at big payday, I've got some coming out on big payday, and I'm gonna sell it and search for the bottom.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Me
am.
too.
I hope everybody doesn't do that, but why not? It's gonna go down,
Yeah,
and
for sure.
I'm gonna, I think probably 3 to 5 days later it'll find the bottom. Who knows, but
Yeah.
um,
Well,
yeah,
that was the other thing that my brother and I talked about, was that like yeah, sure, people, I mean, I had no doubt that with that supply of inflation and whatnot, that yeah, there's going to be some price droppage and whatnot, and people selling and whatnot. But to your point, and what I was talking about with my brother is what is going to be the bottom? I mean, because there is going to be a price where yeah, a lot of people that maybe aren't in Hex, they want to look for a time to buy, and what better time than when people are cashing out their 100x gains or whatever x gains? What better time than right then?
yeah. Well, and I mean, there's going to be a 500 million coins that aren't being minted, every
Yeah,
day.
right.
So that's going
True.
to offset it some to
Yeah.
help the dump or the correction, if you will.
Right.
So
It's very true, man. I mean, there's a lot going uh, for this project, and to your point, I mean, the community is great.
yeah, it's amazing. Well, cool,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Well, hey, I
Yeah.
enjoyed it, and I'll
Yeah,
try
me
to go
too.
into that spreadsheet and see if I can give you access, Bran.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'll look into it, man. I'll definitely plug in the numbers on this wallet, and yeah, I'd love to in my next video make it more structured, because
I
we
hear you,
kind
man.
of jumped on. But anyways, man, I appreciate you, yeah, showing me the link to the spreadsheet, because when you asked about it, yeah, my response was like, oh, just a big, just what's on the staking sheet is kind of like my Excel sheet. But what you showed me, I mean, it's a lot better for. It just seems more organized for tracking, your gains and what you put into
Yeah,
it initially and stuff like that.
yeah. Well, I mean, I deal with spreadsheets every day, pretty much with my work, so it just makes
That's
sense to
cool.
me. you know,
Yeah,
I can read it better. So,
that's
but
cool, man. That's cool.
yeah,
Well,
if you
yeah.
get in there and you have questions, dude, reach out to me on
Okay.
Telegram or Twitter or whatever,
Sure.
and I'll help you. Okay.
Hell yeah. Well, sounds good, man. Thanks again for joining Hextoshi, and yeah, dude, we'll chit chat on Hexologist soon.
Awesome, bro.
All right,
Appreciate
man.
it.
Thanks,
Be good, buddy.
Hextoshi. Bye.
Betcha. Bye bye.